What happens when online fandom disputes cross a line that may have serious legal consequences? A new statement dated August 27, 2026, says Xiao Zhan has taken legal action against specific Weibo and Xiaohongshu users over alleged reputation and privacy violations, and this time, the focus is not on fan arguments, but on what can actually be established through legal channels. According to the information provided, Zhejiang Lingyang's law firm released an official notice on August 27 detailing evidence collection and lawsuits involving specific social media accounts. The notice concerns one Weibo account and two Xiaohongshu accounts, with the alleged conduct described as involving damage to reputation and infringement of privacy rights. That distinction is important. Online discussions about celebrities can move extremely quickly, but a legal notice operates on a different level. Instead of relying on screenshots, fan commentary, or competing narratives, the statement indicates that evidence has been collected and legal proceedings have been initiated against identified accounts. The first thing we should separate is fact from fan reaction. The fact presented in the supplied information is that Zhejiang Lingyang's law firm issued an August 27, 2026 notice concerning evidence collection and lawsuits against specific Weibo and Xiaohongshu accounts. The notice reportedly refers to protections for name and privacy rights and emphasizes that online activity remains subject to the law. The supplied information also states that one Weibo user and two Xiaohongshu users have been sued. However, we should be careful about going beyond that. The information provided does not establish the final outcome of any lawsuit, whether anyone has been convicted, or what specific penalties, if any, will ultimately be imposed. That means comments such as "I hope they throw him in jail" belong firmly in the fan reaction category, not the fact category. Several reactions included in the original fan account post express strong support for Xiao Zhan's decision to pursue legal action. One reaction hopes for strict legal judgment. Another says the person involved should be caught quickly and imprisoned. Others welcome the lawsuits and express hope that the situation will stop what they describe as a hate campaign. These reactions reveal how emotionally charged the issue has become among some supporters. But emotional support should not be confused with a confirmed legal conclusion. And that is where the story becomes more interesting. From an analytical perspective, the significance of this development is that the dispute appears to be moving away from ordinary online confrontation and toward formal legal procedures. When a celebrity's reputation or private information becomes the subject of online posts, the central question is no longer simply which fandom believes it is right. The more important question becomes whether particular actions violated legally protected rights. The law firm's statement, as described in the supplied information, specifically highlights name and privacy protections. That suggests the issue involves more than criticism or disagreement alone. However, without the complete legal filings or detailed findings, it would be inappropriate to assume that every disputed post or comment has been legally determined to constitute an offense. This is also why the phrase "the internet is not a place without law" stands out. It captures the broader message behind the statement: social media does not automatically remove legal responsibility. Platforms such as Weibo, Xiaohongshu, and Douyin may feel informal and immediate, but content posted there can still become part of a legal dispute when protected rights are allegedly affected. At the same time, there is another important point that should not be overlooked. The information supplied says the law firm will continue monitoring Chinese social platforms, including Weibo, Douyin, and others. That indicates this may not be viewed as an isolated incident. The statement reportedly stresses ongoing attention to online activity and the protection of Xiao Zhan's relevant rights. But here we need to draw a clear line between fact and speculation. It is reasonable to say that continued monitoring could indicate an intention to respond to future alleged violations through legal channels. What we cannot say is that additional lawsuits will definitely happen, that particular users will definitely face criminal punishment, or that this case will produce a specific court result. None of those outcomes are established by the information provided. There is also an important distinction between criticism and unlawful conduct. A celebrity can face criticism, disagreement, negative opinions, and heated discussions without every negative statement automatically becoming a legal violation. The supplied information specifically concerns alleged reputation and privacy violations, so the legal process, not fan opinion, will be what determines the significance of the particular cases. For viewers following Xiao Zhan, this may therefore be a moment to step back from the usual fandom battles. Rather than asking which side can generate the loudest reaction, a more useful question is, what evidence has actually been presented, what claims are formally being pursued, and what will the relevant legal process establish? That approach is especially important because the fan account post contains highly emotional language. Statements describing someone as part of a hate train, for example, represent the perspective of the people posting them. They should not automatically be treated as independently verified descriptions of what happened. The same applies to the suggestion that the individuals involved are guilty of a particular offense. At this stage, based only on the supplied information, we can say that lawsuits have reportedly been initiated over alleged reputation and privacy violations. We cannot declare the defendants legally guilty or predict the final judgment. In my view, that distinction actually makes the development more significant, not less. If the allegations are supported by evidence and the legal process confirms violations, the case could demonstrate the importance of protecting personal reputation and privacy in the digital environment. If the proceedings ultimately establish something different, that outcome should also be respected. Either way, the most responsible way to follow this story is to wait for verified legal developments rather than allowing online fandom arguments to become the evidence themselves. For now, the confirmed point from the information provided is straightforward. An August 27 notice from Zhujiang Lingyang's law firm says evidence was collected and legal action was taken concerning specific Weibo and Xiaohongshu accounts in relation to alleged reputation and privacy violations involving Xiao Zhan. The rest remains a matter for the legal process. And perhaps that is the most important message here. Social media can move at the speed of a screenshot, but legal conclusions require evidence, procedure, and time. This is Celeb Buzz Insider, and we'll continue to separate what is confirmed from what is simply being discussed online. So what do you think? Should celebrity-related online disputes be handled primarily through public discussion, or is formal legal action the right response when reputation and private information are allegedly crossed, provided the evidence supports the claim?